People love the sound of their own names. They just do. And this is an effect I created years ago, and I've never shared it on YouTube, so you're gonna see it for the very first time here. It is an effect that I recently blew the dust off of, and I've been having a lot of fun showing people. It's a real go-to effect, because it's a shuffle deck, okay? Very nominal sleights, very easy to do. It's a psychic trick, trying to suggest a very cool thing involves somebody's name. Yeah, there's just a lot I think you're gonna really like about this. Okay, it starts like this. Ask a spectator to shuffle the deck. Great, they shuffle the cards. Always a very cool beginning, always shouts, everything's super fair. So that's what I love about that. Then you have them cut the deck in half, and they cut the deck into 2 halves. Okay, so they do that. They shuffle, they divide the pack, you say, give me either half, doesn't matter, they give you half. And you say, look, we're gonna try to create a psychic connection, both mental and emotional, between your name and a playing card. Try to do that right now and see if when we create that psychic connection, okay, like sort of a really powerful connection, whether we can do something very special together, okay? You say and you ask the person, what's your name? Let's say the person's name is Robert, and you go, okay, watch. You very slowly, and remember, they shuffled. You go R-O-B-E-R, and finally T. Do you have any idea what card that is? They say they don't. And you go, oh, you show them whatever card is the King of Spades. King of Spades, that's your card. R-O-B-E-R-T, King of Spades. You say, look, I'm going to take the card and we're going to isolate it. Put it in among all these other cards. Slip the king inside. You hand this to the spectator. The spectator shuffles up all the cards. You say, concentrate the entire time on the King of Spades, which they do. You say, look, we're going to combine the 2 halves, and we're going to give them a bit of a mix-up on this end. And you say, do you have any idea now which or where in the pack is your card? They say they don't. You say, fine, I'm going to riffle and have you call stop whenever you feel the urge. You riffle, they call stop, you cut the cards exactly where they said stop. You say, watch. You said where to call stop, which we did. R-O-B-E-R-T. So I think you'd agree that's a very direct, very magical, suggestive, powerful, clear trick. Not a lot of overhandling, spectator involvement, and super easy to do. You're gonna really like this shuffle deck anytime you wanna go into it, okay? So it makes for a great opening effect. There's so many things I love about this, and in just a second, I'm gonna share the entire secrets with you. But first, I wanna introduce you to a very special promotion going on right now, just at SankeyMagic.com, and the focus is on psychic effects, particularly impossible predictions. What I've done is I made a special pack, and I put together 2 of my most performed impossible predictions. Now, both involve a bunch of props. You're gonna get all the props with them. Both tricks are also crazy easy to do. Basic sleights, pretty much self-working, really visual, kind of reputation-making effects. The first effect is photo finish. It's a card effect, very dramatic, big photograph involved. It's one of these ones that you have a hard time following, okay? So photo finish is the first one. Second one is X Factor, okay? Photo finish, X Factor, together, okay, they're a total $50 value, but only while supplies last and for just the next few days, okay? You can get both half price. You're getting 2 for 1 for just $24.95. You're gonna get both photo finish and X Factor. Now, let's take a peek at both exciting previews. Start real simple. Spread out the cards, have someone grab a playing card. They grab a card, okay? You don't let anybody see it. You put the card right there on the table. Get back to that in a bit, all right? Then you have someone shuffle the deck. Now the spectator shuffles the pack of cards, free shuffle, and boom, 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 shuffles the deck. Then you have them cut the cards. Say, get rid of some cards, lift some cards off the top. Let's get, no equivocate. Let's get rid of them. They cut the cards, they get rid of some cards, okay? Then you have the spectator deal out the cards onto the table in 3 piles. And as they're doing that, you say, you know, the other day I randomly took a card out of the deck. Then I also shuffled the cards. Then I also cut the cards. Then I dealt the cards out onto the table in 3 piles, just like you're doing now. Super fair. And you say, you know what I did? I took a photograph of exactly what I did. I did what you did, totally random, shuffled, cut the whole thing. I have photographic evidence of what happened, right? Then you have them turn over. And remember, they do everything. They shuffle the cards, they dealt, okay, they cut, ace of spades, 5 of diamonds, jack of clubs. And you show impossibly, no envelope switch, only one photograph inside. You show, boom, ace of spades, 5 of diamonds, jack of clubs, the exact same. And then you either draw attention to it or you let them draw attention to it. People go, what about the selected card, the randomly removed card? And you show that it's a 3 of hearts. And you show that the photograph is actually folded. There's a crease. And in the upper corner is in fact a 3 of hearts. That is photo finish. X Factor is one of the most unusual and memorable tricks in my entire mentalism repertoire. To start, you give someone an envelope to hold on to. Next, you introduce a full-color graphic of the planet Earth, with the Western Hemisphere on one side and the Eastern Hemisphere on the other. Then, you give it to someone to hold behind their back. And you ask them to unfold it and turn it over as many times as they want, so there's absolutely no way you could possibly know which way it's facing. Then you hand them a magic marker and ask them to draw a small X anywhere on the globe. And then, things get crazy. Because even though the spectator really had 100% free choice to mark the globe on either side, and literally anywhere he wanted, inside the envelope is a postcard from the exact same part of the world. There's nothing to paw, there's nothing to switch, and the envelope, the postcard, and the globe can all be closely examined. It's an absolutely inexplicable trick, and here's the best part. You can even immediately repeat the trick with a completely different outcome. It's a lean, mean, mind-blowing machine. If you're a new performer, you're gonna love the fact that photo finish and X Factor are super easy to do, okay? And if you're an experienced performer, then you're gonna immediately understand that they both have these powerful images, these hooks that make both tricks absolutely unforgettable. If it's the kind of thing you're interested in, though, click on the link, because I know, like with a lot of my special promotions, supplies are gonna run out, we're gonna be sold out sooner than later, okay? So click on the link so you can get photo finish and X Factor, both for the price of one. All right, but now let's jump into this. So this, like I said, is such a sweet trick. The deck starts by being shuffled. Shuffle deck, fine. Next thing you do is spectator shuffle the deck, okay? Or you could do it yourself, but it's always great to have somebody else shuffle the cards. Then you have them divide the deck into 2 halves, which they do. Fine. Then you say, go ahead, hand me either half. So super fair. Shuffled, give me either half. You're like this. Now, at this point, I say, we're gonna try to, and this is the key presentational line, we're going to try to create a powerful, emotional, intellectual connection between one playing card and your name. I mean, you've heard your name your entire life. It's kind of like a magic word, your name, okay? We're going to make a connection to, and we're going to see if we can, in fact, generate a psychic event based on the emotional and psychological connection. So that's sort of the core presentational idea, right? They've shuffled these cards, and now for the first time you say, what's your name? And again, let's say the person's name is Richard, okay? So you go watch. And you spell out slowly, R-I-C-H-A-R, and finally D. And I take this off, as I say, and finally D. And what that allows me to do is push off with my left thumb here, just the next card, the one below, off and pull it back. It's very simple. Push it off, pull it back, and that allows me to get a little pinky break below the next card. So R-I-C-H-A-R, and finally D. Do you have any idea what the card is? And then I bring it back here, allow them to guess. When they get it right, every now and then when they get it right, stop your show, you're done, okay? Then I just turn, but usually they don't, and I turn it over, and I'm doing a double lift. I turn over the 2 cards as one, showing 5 of clubs. I say 5 of clubs. I say, keep that in mind. Now, when I turn this card over, I turn it over, and I maintain the break with the flesh of my thumb, okay? Keep the break there, like this, boom, so double lift, okay? 5 of clubs, keep that card in mind, Richard. Now, what's really nice about this hand is you turn this double over, keep your focus on the card here. It's, of course, the indifferent card, okay? This goes down on the table. You can either put them face up or face down. Pick up the other cards and really dramatically, and I miscall the card, saying, we're going to slip the 5, okay? And I say the 5, even though it's an indifferent card. I'm going to push the 5 down in among the other cards. Now, even though we don't know where it is right now, let's make it even more impossible for anybody to know where the 5 of clubs is. Take them and shuffle them. So there's so much shuffling going on in this effect, so it makes it absolutely impossible to people. They're shuffling the cards. While they're shuffling the cards, I pick up these. Of course, this is my 5 of clubs here. And I pick up these, and I'm already set for a classic spelling effect. I didn't have to, on the fly, count their name, how many letters in their name, or pinky break from the bottom. I'm already set to go for the impossible reveal, which is what I love about it. Everybody's focused here thinking the 5's there. It's not. It's over here, and it's ready for real magic, okay? So they shuffle, then I add these to these, okay? Drop them on top, and I give the deck a false cut, okay? And you can do a double undercut, which is to cut the cards here, keep a break with the thumb, then riffle off some cards, riffle off a few more cards, and it's the same setup as it was before. Everything's the same. Or another one I like to use, an old false cut, is to pull about half the cards from the bottom, okay, out the back here. You do a large gesture. You kind of go around here, drop them down, turn this pack at 180. You do it all together, and boy, oh boy, it really looks like you just gave the cards a definitive final cut. But it's just the bottom cards coming out, and then you're putting the top half back on top. A real fooler. It's all about a large gesture there. Boom. So you're thinking of your 5 of clubs, right, Richard? Could be anywhere in the pack. I cut the cards one more time, keep a little break with my finger, and now I'm going to use a riffle force, very standard here. We're going to riffle down here, got the break with my pinky, wherever they call stop, and you do it. Here's a nice tip is don't keep it flat here. Keep it tilted back. Riffle when they call stop. Dip the deck and lift up from the back. What that does is it means that even if they stopped here or way down here, dipping immediately takes the focus off. So it's not going to be as clear to anybody if you're cutting at quite a different spot in the packet, right? Call stop right there. So you call stop wherever you want it, right, Richard? You're thinking of your card, you call stop. I love to put the cards on someone's hand or on top of a drink or on the table there like that as I count them, as I just go R. And what's cool about this is as soon as you start counting R-I, people go no. They get a sense of where it's going, but not too soon. So there's this dramatic build, right? R-I-C-H. A-R. And sometimes I just turn to someone and say, go ahead, turn it over. And then I turn to Richard, and my favorite line, and say, hope he didn't let me down. Okay, and the last one here, or if there's a bunch of people, I spell it down to lift this up really cleanly, lean in, and then finally turn to show. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click that link right now to save 50%. This is a 2-for-1 offer featuring 2 of my very favorite, most performed prediction effects. You're gonna get photo finish, right, with the big photograph, with the envelope, all the secrets, the tutorial. You're gonna get X Factor with a whole bunch of the specially printed globes, as well as a plastic wallet, as well as the 2 postcards. So you can do that effect once and then do it again with a different result. And super crazy easy, it never misses. Photo finish, X Factor, total $50 value, now for just $24.95. Don't miss your chance to add these crazy effects to your own shows. Click the link right now.